morning, Yoga. Welcome to yoga class. Lovely to see so many people online this morning. Hope you're all well on this Friday, the 17th of April. It would be my dad's 82nd birthday, so if he was here, happy birthday, Dad. We are working today on our third chakra. So we're working on Manipura chakra, which sits about here. It's all about the belly. So we'll have a bit of fun with that. And as ever, please, I can't see you all like I would in class. I can't be keeping a watchful eye. So please work with what feels right for you. Nothing should feel sharp, nothing should feel like a nerve pain. You can work up to your, what we call your edges, so you can take a stretch to where you really feel that it's working. And then you can soften it out with the breath, the power of the breath. But please work with what feels right for you. And because we're working on this abdominal area quite a bit this morning, obviously if there's any discomfort there, if there's any digestive issues, ladies, if it's that time in your cycle, first couple of days, please take it very easy and don't overdo it in that area. Can you hear me okay with this microphone? Can you give me a thumbs up because I can't hear you? Is it good? Yeah? Excellent. Perhaps I don't have to. I felt like I was shouting in the other classes a little bit. Nice soft voice. Right, so we are going to start with our on our bottoms. So you pull away the fleshy bits. You might want to sit on your block or your cushion. You're going to have your feet loosely in front of you. Typical someone's trying to get in, just as we get into that first little position. That's fine. Here we go. 21 we're up to this morning. Good morning, whoever's just joined. You're very welcome. So your feet are loosely away, your knees are out to the side. You're going to take your hands a little bit back behind so you can sort of lift up. Not much weight going through those hands at the moment. So it's a nice, comfortable starting position. You pulled away the fleshy bits, so you're sitting on your sitting bones. And you're going to make friends with your belly, because quite often we chastise our bellies. We don't really want them. We don't treat them very nicely. So you're going to take a breath in, and you're going to lift up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just look up gently towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, you're going to curl back on your tailbone. Look down and smile at your belly. So you're pulling it under, breathing in. So it's like just a little roll of breath. It's only subtle movement, it's not a big movement. And then coming and rounding back down. Tell your belly how much you appreciate it, because it is super important. In my humble view on life, my belly is more important than my head. My head gets in the way. It causes all kinds of problems, but if I can tune in and listen to what my gut instinct is telling me, so just keep rolling up and down, working with the breath, breathing in as you lift up, breathing out as you soften down. If you can tune in to what your gut instinct is telling you, sensations, feelings from your guts, it's often a much wiser decision than what your head might be telling you. Okay, last one, lifting up and rolling back down. Good. And then just bring yourself up to the upright. Take hold of the toes or the ankles and just begin to lift yourself up a little bit. So you're straightening yourself up. Good. Nice straight spine. And then you're going to take a breath in, let the elbows come forwards and just soften and round the head forwards. Nice big deep breath out. Again, you can have a little look to your belly. Tell it how much you appreciate it. A wise part of your being. Good. And then we're going to take a breath in, and we're going to slowly unfurl. Good. Draw the knees in gently and send the legs just into a soft bent knee position. We're going to slide onto the belly with contact with the belly and the top of the thighs. So you're going to take a breath in again, you're going to lengthen up. As you breathe out, just lengthen yourself onto the top of your thighs. So you can feel comfort of the top of the thighs against the belly. The thighs are supporting, holding, nourishing the belly. Good. And then again, just breathe in, lengthen up and forwards. As you breathe out, you're just going to slide a heel away and the other heel away. So you might be holding around the feet or the ankles. What you want to be focusing on is just keeping that contact of the belly on top of the thighs. So just releasing slowly forwards. It's going to be that your hamstrings are likely to restrict how far down you come now. Keep that contact of the belly on the thighs. That's more important than having straight legs here. And then just breathe into it. So feel that as you breathe in, the belly really rises against the top of the thighs. You get a nice little massage. And as you breathe out, see if you can lengthen forwards and soften down. Just come into your breath length. It's like a ripple effect as you breathe in, it kind of lengthens up the spine. And as you breathe out, you soften forwards and down. Nice and gentle. If you're really feeling it in your hamstrings, pull back and soften up through the knees. Good. Take a breath in. Let everything hang heavy for a moment. And then slowly glide the fingers back up to the upright. Lovely. You're going to draw your right foot in to the inside of the right thigh, left thigh, sorry. You might leave it there, or you might cross it over. It's up to you. You can go either way. So your left leg is stretched out. You're switching on through the heel. And you're just going to pull in with the crook of your left elbow against the top of your knee. So you can see how that lifts and straightens the spine. Good. We're going to take this into just a gentle twist. Nothing major. So you're going to breathe in, just let that arm come back behind. When you breathe in again, lengthen. As you breathe out, just turn gently, very gently, to look back behind. Breathe. Again here you can feel the comfort of the belly as you breathe, just softly moving against the top of the thigh. Really good for stimulating digestion, elimination. And let's breathe in, start to release the head, the shoulder, coming all the way around again. Uncross that leg if it was crossed. Have the feet nice and soft again. We're going into that soft fold once more. So you're lifting up. You're gently coming forwards to have the belly in contact with the top of the thighs. And then you're sliding a foot down, the other foot down. You're allowing the belly to stay in contact with the top of the thighs. Releasing to wherever you come to. No judgment. Not about how far down we go, it's about keeping that comfort for the belly. Belly supported against the top of the thighs. Good. Take a breath in, slide the hands back up. Left foot now is coming in. It might stay there. Any hip issues, keep it on the inside, or you may cross it over the top. Crook of the right elbow now against the top, around the top of the shin. Feel that that's working into the outer hip. So you can lengthen yourself nice and upright. Breathing in, the left arm comes up. background just to act as your pivot. Take another deep breath in and then release round. Breathe deeply into the belly. That's your point of focus. One more big deep breath in. And your next in-breath, start to release the head, the shoulder. The rest of the spine comes all the way back round. Good. This time we're going to take the legs wide. We're going to lift up and you're going to bring yourself forward. So here the belly is coming into space. You probably won't get down very far. See how it feels in the inner thigh, the hips. And again, just watch the breath. So as you breathe in here, you can lift slightly. As you breathe out, you can soften forwards. Good. Breathing in, sliding the hands up towards you. Bringing the legs back together. Having a little wriggle out and a jiggle out. Is the volume okay? Can you hear me? Yeah? Good. Thank you. So maybe this microphone was a good investment. Okay. So we're going to do something that we did with Mary yesterday morning. So stay in a comfortable seated position. You might want to come cross-legged. You might want to come into kneeling if that's comfortable for you. You can put your block behind the back of the thighs. Anything that feels okay for you. You could even sit on your edge of your sofa, or on your chair, on the edge of your bed, depending where you are. We're going to bring the arms out so that they're at shoulder height and the fingertips are coming onto the top of the shoulders. Good. We're going to work with a very kind of energizing, sharp out breath. So literally, as you breathe out, the belly pulls in. So just try taking a deep breath in and just pulling out of the air. It's quite a loud sound. You can do it through the nostrils. The shoulders don't move, it's all about the belly. Don't worry if it doesn't come naturally. It's quite it sometimes takes a little while to get used to it. It's just about moving the belly in and out. So it's quite a big movement for the belly. So we're going to try that with a little twist movement. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to come round to one side. Breathe out sharply. Breathe in back to center. And breathe out to the side. Once more to each side. Back to center. Just sitting for a moment. So the element, you might have guessed, related to Manipura Chakra is fire. So it's portrayed as a bright yellow colour. But by doing breaths like that, we're creating a little bit of fire in the belly. And we can take that a little bit further into our full Kapalabhati breathing. So again, just coming into that feeling of really pulling in sharply on your out breath. So you might want to put your hands on your belly there. You take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you really let the breath come out quite forcibly. And then the in-breath comes naturally. You just fill the belly again because it wants to come because you've emptied everything out so suddenly. So take a deep breath in. The shoulders stay still. It's definitely all about the belly. The hands move in quite quickly. If it doesn't feel right, if the belly's not feeling quite settled, just come into some nice deep breathing. Come into that pause at the top of the in-breath. Slow exhale. Otherwise, keep trying to work with your Kapalabhati And you can build it up. You can build it up so it sounds a bit like a steam train pulling out of the station. So you can speed it up a little bit, but only go for about 10, 12 breaths. So you take a breath in. It builds up heat. It builds up fire in the belly. And it kind of also builds up a little bit of blood pressure. So make sure you have a nice break, some nice easy breaths in between. We'll go through just a couple more rounds, taking that nice deep breath in to start with. Slow, normal breaths now. And if you want to go for a third round, you take the breath in deeply once more. Good. Just notice if you get a bit of a feeling of energy moving around the body. It is good for cleansing the kidneys. It is very good for toning the abdominals. We did a workshop once with a lady who would set herself a bit of a challenge of doing this breath every morning. And she was really working up to it. She was about 10, 15 minutes a day. And she had to stop because she actually sort of stoked the fire so much that she lost weight, and she felt that she was overdoing it. So lots of benefits to that breath. Thumbs coming in. Hi, whoever said joined. You're very welcome. Good. So we're coming now to work a little bit through strengthening through the core. You might guess that's where we would be going a little bit with this session. So you're going to come to work a little bit into your half float. So a nice straight spine, feet hip width apart, in contact with the mat. Just begin to lean back to where you feel that you need to be engaging your core muscles. Good. You can bring the arms out at this point. That might be all you need to do. It's quite strong already, just being in this position. If you wanted to, you could lift a leg up and you could rotate through the ankle. Keep the shoulders relaxed, face relaxed. All of your focus is on just strengthening through the core. You're lifting up the pelvic floor, you're using those deep abdominal muscles. Good. And then you might want to bring that foot down. You may well have had enough for a moment by now, so you might come up. And again, just take a breather, releasing over. You could lengthen out if you wanted to. See if the hamstrings feel a little bit looser. Coming into this for a third time. Good. And then breathing in, coming back up again. Taking focus, all of your attention on the core. Just releasing back and then seeing how that feels on the other side. Relaxed shoulders, relaxed face. Good. Work with what feels right for your core. So if you need to come down at any point, you might start to get a bit shaky, a little bit of heat rising. Just release back over. Good. Then if you know the posture, you want to work a little bit more deeply, you can come back into it. You can lift both legs up. Relax shoulders. You could straighten the legs. Get strong really quickly now. You can see shakes starting to happen. Make sure you're not just focusing on the balance here. That this is still about working through, strengthening through the core. Come down whenever you feel ready. Lifting up and releasing forward. Good. comfortably. And then we're going to release up. And let's take a moment in our wide-legged Balasana. So toes come together, knees come apart. Take a breath in, lift up. As you breathe out, stretch it forwards. So the tailbone is moving back, fingertips sliding forwards, head relaxing down to the mat. And just let the belly have some space to breathe here. Releasing into it. So we've got the colour for Manipura chakra as yellow. We've got the element as fire. We've got the association with the sun. So you can think of a bit of sunlight emanating from your belly. And it's also associated with the sense of sight. It's governing digestion. It's also connected heavily with the nervous system. So you know that we use phrases in our everyday language, heavily connected to what's going on with nervous energy. You get butterflies in your tummy if you're a bit worried about something, if you're waiting for to go into an examination or something like that. It's not coincidental, that is what's happening. It's nervous energy flowing there. Good. And then from your wide-legged Balasana, you're going to slide the hands further forward and come into a soft sphinx. So you're lying on your mat, your elbows are a little bit forward of the shoulders, so you can have the belly in contact with the mat. So it's a nice soft sphinx. You can really come quite low with it. And allow yourself to breathe into the mat. A little bit of stimulation through the belly. Good. And then we're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to lift up, sink it back into your soul. Good. You're going to breathe in, come forward, tuck the toes under, lift it up just briefly into downward dog. Come forward into your plank. Everything's in a straight line. Pull in through your core. This is a real one where you can feel the power of your core giving you strength in this position. Everything emanates from the core of your plank. Good. Send the knees down. Bottoms coming back. We're going to snake along and we're going to stay prone on the mat. We're going to stay lying down. Snake along. And just bring yourself to rest the forehead on the top of the hands. Again, feeling that contact of the belly and the mat. Wriggle out a little bit, make sure you're feeling centered, symmetrical. Good. I'm going to do a little energizer now for the spine, really. It's a little gentle back bend, but it's dynamic. So you're working with perhaps the arms out at shoulder height to start off with. And what you do is you breathe in and you lift. You breathe out and you lower. You breathe in and you lift. And you take the legs a little wider, you take the arms a little wider. If you bring the hands forward, it's much stronger on the lower back. So work it quite dynamically with the breath, lifting and lowering. Energizing work, it's a little bit of heat through the body. Good. So quite quickly with this, you might feel you've had enough. The legs can come together, legs can come wide. You come into a full pencil or a full star. Good. Probably had enough by now. Again, just holding the hands underneath the shoulders, wriggling out gently through the buttocks, wobbling the jelly on the plate. And then breathing in, lifting up, all fours, wriggling out through the tailbone. Sinking the bottom back into your swan. Good. Just checking that the back has released, everything feels okay. And then breathing in, coming up, toes under, down, facing dog, a little flow. Coming forwards into plank, focusing on the core, powerhouse. Think of it as your powerhouse. Good, and then knees down, bottom back. We're snaking along the mat once more. Staying now in a more traditional sphinx. So your elbows are still slightly ahead of your shoulders or just tucked under. You're rolling through the pelvis, so your belly is staying low. You're going to raise a foot. So if you raised if I raise my right foot, I'm going to look round gently over my left shoulder. Just a gentle twist. Be interested to see if you cleaned the sole of your foot this morning in the shower or last night in the bath. Take a breath in. Gently come back round and swap it over. So just raising the other foot, looking back down. Good. Take a breath in. Gently back round to center. And releasing back down to the mat once more. Good. So we're going to work with options now. You may just want to be in this position and just raise the legs off the mat. Or maybe just work with one leg at a time, just strengthening into the lower back. If it's available to you, you can bend at the knee, just one foot at a time to start with, and just come back to see if you can find an ankle or a top of a foot, or maybe it's the end of your trousers. And then you're just going to try lifting up. So you're opening through your left, your shoulder, which side you've gone, and just feeling quite a strong quad stretch. Make sure that your thigh hasn't come out to the side, that you've stayed aligned. Good, the head's resting down. I'm just lifting up so you can perhaps hear me a bit better. Good. And then releasing down, trying that on the other side. So if it's not available to you to fish for that foot, then just try raising a leg off the mat. Or you could be working with both legs together. Good. Lovely. And then we can put this together either into our Shalabhasana, our locust. So for our locust position, we will be taking the hands down the side of the body, forehead on the mat. You would take a breath in. As you breathe out, you peel up so that you're in a kind of parachute position. And you can work on firing up through the belly with your breath. So you really feel that the breath as you breathe in lifts you. And as you breathe out, you lower back down. If it's available to you, you can bend at both knees. Take hold of the tops of the feet. Keep the thighs together. Very important for the health of the hips that the knees don't come out to the side. You take a breath in, open through the shoulders and lift up into your Dhanurasana, your bow. I don't have much flexibility in my spine, so I don't come very high, but I can still feel the effects of my breath. As I breathe in, I lift. As I breathe out, I gently rock down. Strong work, you can feel it energizing, heat rising. Anytime you're ready, you're releasing down and just resting on one cheek. Well done. Wriggle out through the buttocks. Let everything go. Feel the support of the mat. Good. And then you're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. You're going to gently push up, back into all four. And let yourself release slowly back into your swan. And then into pose of the child. So the hands come down by the ankles, forehead releases to the mat. Good. So again, here you've got lovely contact with the belly on top of the thighs. Now we're going to slowly release, slide the hands forward, gently come up to your all fours. Maybe just have a little wag of your tail. Good. And then you're going to think about floating out into your tidal balance. So we're going to take left hand, right leg. So you're going to hover for a moment, so just lift the knee, lift the hand. Hover just like an inch, inch and a half off the mat. Take a breath in. And then stand the foot back, the arm forward. So you're creating a diagonal stretch. Good. You're then going to imagine that you're going to join the fingertips towards the knee. The nose is going to tuck under. So take a breath in, pull in with that left hand, bring everything together in the center, and then as you breathe out, release the floor. Sorry, other way around the breath. Breathing out, you're coming in, sorry. Breathing in with everything else. And work it with your breath, pulling in through the core. Once more. Good. And then releasing, just hovering for a moment. Strength, strength, strength. And then releasing down. Sit back onto your heels and have a shake through the rest. Let's take that on the other side. So we're having the right hand power up, just hovering for a moment. And then gliding forwards into that big diagonal stretch. Good. And then imagine that you're pulling in. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're coming into center. As you breathe in, you're lengthening back out. And maybe 4 times in your own breath length. Good. And then that little hover before you release back down. And just sending it back for a breath in position. Good, and slide the hands forward once more. Lifting up into all fours, toes tucking under. We're transitioning out up to standing. So just hovering for a moment in downward dog. Maybe having a little cuddle out, a little play. Standing the hips high, head relaxed. Good. And then you're going to walk the feet in or the hands in, whichever feels more intuitive from your guts. The gut decision to find your hairpin. Good. And then just take the right hand across to the outside of the left leg and send the left arm up into the air. So you can pull in quite strongly on the ankle calf. Bring you into a nice gentle twist. Good. Take a breath in, release down. And take that on the other side. And releasing that down. Soft knees, We're going to ragdoll up to standing. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, releasing slowly. Good. Just standing for moments in Tadasana. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down, releasing through. Good. They'll sway forwards and back through the feet, activating the sensations through the feet, the contact with the land. And then as you breathe in, just lengthening up through the crown. As you breathe out, release your weight to your neck. Good. You're going to breathe in, bring the arms up by the ears. Breathe out, release the shoulders. Breathe in, interlace the fingers. Let the palms face up towards the sky. Breathe out, a nice gentle side bend. Looking up and under that top arm. Breathe in, come up. Lengthen, breathe out, sway to the side. Breathe in, lengthen up. Breathe out, just bringing the arms down to shoulder height as you step the feet wide. You're coming into your 5-foot style. Relax through the shoulders. Connect with your Manipura chakra. So around the navel area, it's actually located on the spine. Always think of it as the front of the belly. Located on the spine, the actual wheel of energy, the vortex. Connect, so tuck under and imagine there's a beautiful yellow sun shining out from your belly, and it shines its light out through your fingertips, down your legs, out through the soles of your feet, and up through the crown of your head. You are radiating energy. You are centered in your own powerhouse. That is what it means to be balanced in Manipura chakra. You are trusting in your gut instincts. Your power base is intact. Good. Take a breath in. Relax the arms for a moment because it's getting quite strong through the shoulders. Leave the legs where they are. We're going to go into wellbeing overdrive. So the left foot is going to face the short side of the mat. You're going to lift the heel up on the back foot. Good. And then you're just going to see what it feels like to soften into that front knee. So if when you soften in, your knee comes forward of your ankle, you need to wriggle your toes a little bit further forward. So have a little bit of an expand. See how it feels. Good. And then next time you soften down, you're going to stay and hold. So arms are at shoulder height, shoulders relaxed. Your knee is aligned over your ankle. You're pulling in gently through your core, so your tailbone is tucked under. You've got power again in through that. And you're finding your courage. Your courage lies in the tip of your little finger here. You're letting go of everything else in the world and focus on the tip of your little finger. Let your little finger back, leaving that. Soften down the breath. Good. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, release the arms. Straighten that front leg. Bring the feet so that they are parallel. Take your hands to your hip creases. We're just going for a forward fold in between. Take a breath in. Lift up through the chest as you breathe out. Lead with that chest coming down. It's almost as though your fingers come into that hip crease and are kind of stuck there. Let the head relax. And then let the hands come down and relax. Good. And then soften through both knees. Take a breath in. Start to slowly, gently unfold. Good. We'll take the Virabhadrasana 2 on the other side. So the right foot now is going to face the short side of the mat. Lift up the heel of the back foot, let it drop. Again, just check your base so that as you come down, you've found the right length between the feet. So just flow in gracefully a couple of times. Lovely. And then when you feel comfortable, you can stay and hold. If you like the flow, you can keep flowing. Soften down. Give your weight straight down the center to your mat, to the earth. Focus on the tip of your middle finger. One more nice big deep breath. Really release down. Good. Take a breath in, release the arms on the out breath. Straighten through that front right leg. Turn the feet so they're parallel, and then either step or jump the feet together. Yeah. Wiggle and jiggle. Good. Nice. Okay. So we're going to go into a little bit of a revolve twist now, which is good for releasing tension in the belly. All of the twists are good for releasing tension in the belly as well as the spine. So you're going to face the short side of your mat. You're going to step forwards with your left foot. Not too much distance between the feet. You want to be able to have some give into that front knee, but still press down into that back heel. So the hips are square on to the short side of the mat. They're going to stay like that. You're going to bring your hands together in Namaste. Good. You're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, soften into that foot. Just a little bit, press into that back heel. So good stretch down the back of that right leg. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to bring your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. So you're coming across. You can feel your belly in contact with that left thigh. Good. So you can stay in this position. If you wanted to, you could open up the hands and turn and look up towards that top hand. Good. Just adjusting the back foot. If it's available to you, you can straighten out through that front leg. You're lifting up with that top hand. You can look up towards the fingers. Good. Breathe. Strong posture. Take a breath in. Release that top arm down. Soften into your front knee. You're going to step it back into downward facing dog. Good. Little wriggle, little jiggle. And then walk the hands to the feet, or the feet towards the hands, into your hairpin. And the arms are coming out to the side, and one arm all the way back. Good. And releasing it. Lovely. Let's take that soft revolved triangle on the other side. So have the feet so that you're on train tracks, one line, so there's a nice bit of solidity in your base. Not too much distance between them. You want to be able to give into that front knee, but keep that back heel down. Am I doing one side and one side? It's right foot forward. Because I've changed over. Oh, it's Friday. Breathing in, arms in Namaste mudra. Take a breath in. As you release the breath out, you're coming across the body. So the elbow comes to the outside of that thigh. You're pressing into that back heel. But keeping the hips as square as you can. If it feels okay, you can open out through the arms and you can straighten up through that front right leg. Draw that right hip back if you can and then it wants to come forwards. Breathe. Good. Nice big deep breath in. Release that top hand down. Soften into that front knee. Step the feet together. And again, opening out with one arm. Good. Take a moment in stillness to release it. Good. And then we're just going to flow through around our spinal scalp and in honor of our Manipura chakra. So sun salutation flow is designed to be strengthening. It's designed to create a little bit of heat in the body. And it's obviously honouring the sun. So it's slightly different if you are used to working. Mary and I do sun salutation very slightly differently. She's got more of an Ashtanga background. So by all means go with your flow or follow what we're doing. It is entirely your choice. So we're going to breathe in, we're going to open up energy of the sun on our faces. As you breathe out, you're taking that energy from the sun down to meet the ground, the energy of the earth. You're going to do your half lift, and then you're going to release back down again. You're stepping back with the right foot, nice deep lunge. Back with the left into your downward facing dog. Lovely. You're taking a breath in. As you come forwards with the breath out, you're in your plank. Good. You're taking a breath in. You're breathing out into cobra. So it may just be the knees come down, the belly comes, the hips come low, belly lifts the sternum. Good. Tuck the toes under, lifting up once more into the downward dog. Big step forwards now. So you could take the right foot high and sweep it through with a bit of momentum, or you might just take it to bring the knee down and help that foot forward. Modify as you need to. Left foot's coming through and we're opening out. Good, and down. Go on the left, so we're opening up. And we're releasing all the way down. Half lift. And back to Uttanasana. Left foot is coming back. Nice deep lunge. And the right. Down. Good. We're coming forwards into plank. Lovely. Your way of going into cobra now. So it may be that the knees come down, the bottom comes back, and you come low and over. You may be doing your full chaturanga. Good. Toes tuck under. You're sweeping it back into downward facing dog. The left foot's coming forwards. And the right. And you're opening up. Yeah. Take a moment. Settle in stillness. Feel the effect of the deep. Good. And then if your knees are okay to come into squat, get your feet a little bit wider and bring the hands together. And let's go move a little more. Take a breath in and just let yourself release down into a bit of balance. Good. And then sitting back onto your mats. So we can just go for a few minutes into a slightly inverted posture. So for your, to honour your Manipura chakra, you could go into your supported bridge, or you could just hold in your bridge. If you've got a block, you might want to block the hand. Feet come close in towards the buttocks. If you want to carry on and go into one of your shoulder balances, you can do. If you want to go into your halasana, your plow, that's a nice sensation for the belly. Or your pose of tranquility. I'll show you in a moment if you're not sure. So feet are hip width apart. You raise up through the hips, shoulder blades are touched under. And you might just roll up and down a couple of times to find that position for your bridge. And if you want to come into your supported bridge, you can come up, you can actually lift up onto the toes, place your block wherever feels comfortable under the lower back, and then just release into it. Watch the knees don't come out to the side, keep them aligned. So that's a nice option for bringing the belly nice and high, powering up. If you wanted to come into your pose of tranquility, you come up into your start point for your shoulder balance. And then there's various positions for the legs in this. You may keep the legs really low, have the arms outstretched. Sometimes in the books the legs are almost vertical. You found that balance point. So really it's a case of what feels like a relaxed and comfortable position for you in your pose of tranquility. You could just have the legs all the way down in your plow. Lots of options, lots of choices. Smiling into your belly, soft belly breath. Watching the energy settle. And then thinking about releasing. So from your shoulder balance, take great care to support the spine coming down. If you get to a point where you want to then raise lower the legs, raise lower one leg at a time. Then you may want to just briefly visit your fish. So the feet come together, the hands tuck under, press onto the forearms, lift the sternum, rest on the crown of the head. And then you take a breath in, release gently down through the back of the neck. Draw the knees up to the chest. Have a little rock from side to side. A little hug it in. And then draw the forehead up towards the knees. Good. Release the head back down, keep the knees where they are. Arms out at shoulder height. Bring the knees across as the head looks the other way. So feel how the belly is revolved in this position. And then breathing in back to center. And breathing out to the other side. Good. And back to center. Hug in, soft belly. Smile at your belly. Your powerhouse. And prepare for Shavasana. So perhaps putting on something warm, perhaps grabbing a blanket, and then settling down onto your mat just for a few minutes. Taking your time to find the place on your yoga mat where you can let go. Make as many adjustments as you need to make. Wiggle and jiggle. Chin is gently tucked in. Arms are away from the sides of the body, palms facing up. Front of the body is open. The belly is soft. The ankles are relaxed, the feet rolling out to the side. Let your eyes be closed, still, resting. With each out breath, feel that you are sinking a little heavier on your mat. With each out breath, feel that you are releasing. And as you settle in, rest your awareness in your Manipura chakra, so the area around the navel. It's glowing yellow, radiating energy. Your powerhouse allows you to be in control of life, full of warmth, radiance, healthy. Affirmations associated with Manipura. I am confident. I can accomplish anything I set my mind to. I have purpose. I am capable. I am powerful. I am energized. I am ready. Beginning now to gently release from our relaxation. Beginning to move gently, softly. Maybe to stretch the arms up. Perhaps a yawn comes. And when you're ready, rolling onto your right side. Carefully coming up sideways to sitting. Namaste. Thank you very much. Diolch yn fawr iawn.